welcome back to another video on Colts game day picks. Today might be a pretty long video. We have to review from last week. Actually, I didn't write down last week, so I do not know the scores from last week. I forgot about that. So we do not know the overall leaderboard so far.
But we'll have an update.
It's been a busy week, so.
Yep, but we will get an update to you on our next video for the NFL picks on Sunday.
And the leaderboard and what the overalls that we ended off with from last week, because we do not know right now.
Exactly.
We don't have it written down. But I am gonna talk about two games, probably a couple games, my two games from last week. Starting off in the NFL last week. Wow, the Falcons and the Raiders. Falcons, 30 points over the Raiders.
Yeah, it's amazing. They did really good. I'm glad they beat the Raiders because Chiefs fan, of course. Even though we don't need no help in our division, but still, it's always good to have some
always
extra.
good, and a lot of good games last week. I think we got another good one last week. We had I want to talk about Alabama. Alabama versus Auburn.
Okay.
Alabama defeated Auburn. In the Iron Bowl, defeated Auburn. About 42-16, I believe, was the score. Amazing. And now, there we go. I can't believe the Falcons beat the Raiders by that many points. I didn't know a losing team with only 2 wins a season can beat a team that has a possibility of being in the playoffs.
I know. Sometimes it happens, though. If there's enough losing teams, they got to fill the slots. Somebody has to be there.
Seeing the Raiders lose against the Falcons, that could actually be critical to their playoff spot. And they may not make the playoffs this season. I mean, they still can. There's a possibility. I believe they're 6-5. They work right now. So we're gonna start it off with college football for this week. I need a pen.
Kidoki.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Alright, and starting off, we only got one game tonight. This is going to be, so we got a lot of amazing games this week. Again,
A lot of amazing games.
A lot of good games in the league. Not a lot of using teams.
Alright, so it should be some tough picks.
So starting off, tonight at 8:30, Friday night, 8:30 tonight, we got is 8-1, ranked 25, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns or the 7-2 Appalachian State.
I'm going to go with Louisiana.
Appalachian State, they got a good offense. They got a good passing offense, good rushing offense. It's their defense that needs to get a little bit better, I'm pretty sure. Since the last time I watched an Appalachian State game, Louisiana, they've been that team that's counted as the underdog. They've been ranked 25 a couple weeks now, out of the ranks, and they're in the ranks, so that technically makes them the underdog.
Exactly.
On the rankings and for the college football, but I'm gonna go with Louisiana. It'll be Louisiana across the board. Next up, we're going to tomorrow. Saturday at 12 p.m., another great game in the Big 12, I think. It will be 6-2 ranked, 4-0 ranked for Ohio State, or 2-3 Michigan State.
I'm going to have to go with Ohio State on this one, I think.
Alright. Michigan State, the only wins was against teams I'm pretty sure that were better than them. They beat Northwestern, and they beat Michigan. And their losses are against teams that's worse than them, pretty much. And Ohio State, due to what's going on around the world, they couldn't play the last 2 games. And for the Big 12, only having 6 games this season, because their season's been shortened, you have to play all those games to make the Big 12 championship. And Ohio State was, if they win this game, they advance. They advanced it, but they just can't have another game postponed or canceled.
So hopefully they win, and hopefully it goes on, because I need a winning streak.
I'm going to choose Ohio State. You're going to choose Ohio State.
Ohio State,
Mommy chose the upset, choosing Michigan State.
Choosing Michigan State.
And next up on the board, we got is 6-2 ranked 15 Oklahoma State or 4-4 TCU.
Oklahoma State.
I like TCU's name, the Horned Frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
TCU started off the season. I never knew they started off into season until like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know that them and Baylor. I didn't know they started off the season. I thought they didn't play the season, but they started them without a lot of people even knowing. TCU and Baylor. TCU, they're 4-4 this season. I don't expect much from TCU anymore. So I got Oklahoma State probably almost by a lot on this one. It's gonna be close because it's about a rivalry game because same division, play each other every year. They know how they know how to go up against each other. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah. So it could be close. So you're still picking Oklahoma State?
I think it's gonna be Oklahoma State
Same
across
here.
the board.
I do too.
Next up, we got is Texas A&M or Auburn.
Well, this is going to be a good game also, but I do think that Texas A&M will beat Auburn.
I don't think Auburn's gonna come back from that blowout in the Iron Bowl last week against Alabama. And Texas A&M, I'm not a fan. Away from the game for a second. I'm not a fan of the Florida Gators. Sorry for the Gator fans out there, but Texas A&M, they need to win every game if they need to try to secure their spot so Florida doesn't take it, because Florida's right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Florida could be the better team than Texas A&M, but I think A&M's going to hold their spot. I don't think they're going to get top 4, but I can expect Texas A&M taking on Florida in the, I think it's the Rose Bowl, ranked 5 versus ranked 6, and that'd be a good one now. Texas A&M Auburn. I'm going to choose Texas A&M and Florida if they do make it to the Rose Bowl, which would be ranked 5 versus ranked 6. Good game. So it's going to be TAM across the board.
TAM across the board.
And next up, we got Texas or Kansas State.
It's going to be another Texas pick for me.
It's going to be Texas across the board.
Texas, we seem to do that a lot across the board here. Like minds.
Alright, next up, we may not have like minds here. I don't know. But
we'll see.
Next up, we got is the Nebraska Cornhuskers or the Purdue Boilermakers.
Well, on this one, I think I will pick the Cornhuskers because my buddy Will, my buddy DJ, and Aaron, and all my buddies in Nebraska, they like
The Cornhuskers.
So we're gonna go with the Huskers on this one, even though they are 1-4 against 2-3 Purdue.
Like 2 weeks ago, or like last week, no, like 2 weeks ago, I learned what Purdue Boilermakers is. I learned what a Boilermaker is. Their mascot is someone that holds a hammer. I don't know. Never mind here. It would be Nebraska over the board.
Nope. Across the board.
I don't think a person with a hammer can do anything to a Cornhusker, so. Next up at 12 p.m. we got Lucky Win, Penn State, or the first ever team ever created about was the Rutgers.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Rutgers.
Okay. It's just gonna be Rutgers across the. Every game's just gonna be across the board. Are we just gonna choose every game now?
I think so.
Every team.
It's falling in. Easier to get. Easier to choose.
Alright, next up we got is Memphis or Tulane. I'm pretty sure Memphis is about to be across the board.
Yeah, Memphis.
Memphis across the board with a new record. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row that's been across the board for us. Throughout the same teams. So that's a new record. I don't know what the next one's going to be, though. Next up, we got is Arkansas or Missouri battle of about Central America. So.
This is a good one because for me, it's got to be the Tigers because I'm from Missouri and I've always rooted for the Tigers. But I did live in Fayetteville for Arkansas, for the Razorbacks. So I got a lot of friends that support the Razorbacks. But I still think Mizzou. I'm going to root for Mizzou and say Mizzou is going to pull it out. They got a pretty good team, I think, this year.
So Missouri 4-3, the Tigers are in the Razorbacks versus 3-5. Arkansas their wins have been people that are better than them. I think the only team that they have beat that's probably worse than them, probably Tennessee. Go back a couple weeks ago, and Mizzou.
And, you know, a lot of people will say that Arkansas should be 4-4, not 3-5, because there was a game that got called with a questionable hold or a questionable call from one of the refs. I don't remember what game it was. It was against one of the top teams, I think.
I'm just trying to talk. I got something in my throat.
Cough.
I want to cough on camera. Hold on.
Oh no!
Okay.
Get away.
I'm good, everyone. I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good. Stay safe out there.
Stay safe out there.
Alright, I would choose, so it's going to be Arkansas across the board again.
No, I picked Missouri.
Oh, you picked Missouri?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to choose Arkansas.
Got Missouri. So I switched out here.
I'm going to choose Arkansas. Arkansas, I'm pretty sure, is the better team. Missouri, I did see him beat Vandy 35-0 or 38-0 last week.
You know, my dad told me I got to stop picking teams that I want to win. But I'm still going to pick Mizzou, Dad, because I want Mizzou to win. And hopefully you want them to win. Anyway, let's go. Yeah.
Alright, next up we got Notre Dame or Syracuse.
Oh, I'm going to definitely pick Notre Dame in this one. It could be an upset, but I don't think so.
It's going to be Notre Dame across the board. I know Syracuse is my second favorite team, but once again, they're 1-9.
Against Notre Dame.
Syracuse, they're good in basketball. They started 2-0 this season in basketball. They have more wins. Syracuse in basketball has played 2 games. That's more, and they have more wins than what they do in college football, and they played 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll be Notre Dame across the board. Alright, next up we got West Virginia and Iowa State.
I'm going to go with Iowa State.
Iowa State, I always get mixed up between Iowa State and Ohio State. Keep getting me mixed up. I have to say the Buckeyes are the Cyclones when it comes to those two teams. So, but this one, it looks like it's going to be ISU across the board. The Cyclones.
ISU across the board.
Alright, and next up we got is Indiana or the Wisconsin Badgers. They're going
I'm
good
go
one,
with the
very
Badgers.
good one. This is a very good one.
Going with Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, they only played 3 games. They should have played 5, but the 2 games that they were supposed to play got postponed. So they cannot they cannot compete for the championship, sadly. Sorry, Wisconsin, you cannot get in the Big 12 championship. You can still compete for a bowl game, though. In Indiana, started off an amazing season. They lost against Ohio State. It's Ohio State. I'm gonna go with Indiana on this one.
Oh, he changing it up.
Indiana.
And I got Wisconsin, and your mom got Wisconsin.
And next up, oh, this is going to be a wonderful game. I can't wait to watch this one. This one is going to be at 5:30 p.m. p.m. This is going to be an amazing game between 9-0 Rank 13 BYU and 9-0 Rank 18 Coastal Carolina. It's going to be a great game.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go with BYU.
I know BYU a lot more than Coastal. Coastal, they start off amazing season.
They still got a good season. They're 9-0.
Start off amazing season for both teams. BYU, this is your chance. Win this game, and this is your chance to get up in the top 10. I know the rankings were rigged, kind of.
Kind of looking that way.
2 weeks ago, where y'all were ranked 6 and you won. And even though you won, you dropped down to rank 14.
Sometimes
play
it's
well
just
for
how it
y'all.
goes.
So
We know there's fishy stuff.
I'm gonna choose. Well, BYU, they're a team that they don't play a lot of Power 5 teams. Coastal, they haven't played almost any Power 5 teams. The only team I know that they played is Kansas, which they did win. BYU, they have played a lot more good teams. Tougher team in the league, BYU across the board.
BYU across the board.
And next up, we got is... So this was the game of the week. We do this one for last. I think it's the game of the week anyway. I don't think it is because...
Yeah, I'd say it is. It looks like one of the better games.
And then so we're going to go to 7:30 p.m. We got 8-1. We got ranked 3 Clemson, a 4-5 Virginia Tech. This game was supposed to be played about 3 or 2 weeks ago. We actually had that game on our board, but it got canceled. About 2 weeks ago, it got postponed to tomorrow on a Saturday. Tomorrow. So here you got Clemson or Virginia Tech.
I'm going to go with Clemson.
You're going to go, is everything okay? Is your eyes holding?
No, we got something.
Okay. So, of course, we know who's going to win this one. Clemson across the board. And the last game for today, or for tomorrow and today, for this video, we got is the game of the week. I don't think it's the game of the week considering how Alabama got up against Auburn last week. I think BYU Coastal should deserve the game of the week, but we got Indiana and Wisconsin.
There's just a lot of good games this week.
But we have is Alabama or LSU?
I'm going to go with Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama. Alright, so it's going to be Alabama across the board on
Across the board.
I think Alabama's probably going to win plus 10. I'm going to make a bet and say plus 10.
All right.
Considering what happened when they played Auburn last week. Alright, and that will be the picks for for today and tomorrow.
All right, so we will let you guys go, and we'll be back on Sunday with our NFL picks. We might be a little late getting here Sunday, but we will get you one up before the evening games. So we hope you guys have a great weekend, and we hope you all stay safe out there.